Just ahead on CTV News, an upcoming peace walk in Suitland will combat gun violence in the county.
Man, I hope the community can show that how we can come together as one, moving as one, and showing how we can look when we come as numbers. It's a mass, because when we do that, again, we can show them what unity looks like inside the community.
Plus, Maryland Tax-Free Week kicks off this weekend. And the Commanders are gearing up for their first preseason game. Those stories and more on CTV News, starting now.
Good evening, this is CTV News for August 9th. I'm Mariah Gilad. Thanks for joining us. The man charged with the deadly July 4th shooting will continue to be held without bond. The suspect is 33-year-old Rakeem Gilgores. Officials say Gilgores was involved in a dispute at an Independence Day block party in Temple Hills. That argument turned violent when shots were fired. 3 people were shot, including 6-year-old Asan Payton, who ultimately died. The suspect fled to Guyana, but was captured and is currently being held in Florida. And a Temple Hills man pleads guilty to illegal possession of a firearm and ammunition. 26-year-old DeMonte Dozier, who was previously convicted of a felony, was stopped and frisked by a Seat Pleasant police officer in June of 2023. After attempting to flee police, Dozier was restrained and a handgun with an extended magazine was found in Dozier's possession. A local man working to be the change he wants to see is hosting a peace walk this weekend. Prince Ham of Suitland was inspired to host a peace walk after gun violence that took the life of a 16-year-old in his own neighborhood. Organizers hope that this walk will encourage others to make better decisions in moments of conflict.
See, gun violence is playing a big detrimental to our community because it's going on every day, man. It's tired of seeing these kids dying younger and younger. Shouldn't have to keep burying these kids. It should be the opposite way around, right? We should see these kids grow and prosper, doing the best things that they can try to do moving forward. See, on the outside world, they think that Suitland that we beefing with one another, but in the reality that we all are working together and we all are together as one. We all grew up here, so we want to show that. And right now, coming to Saturday, that's what we're going to show.
What do you think is the solution for ending gun violence in the neighborhoods?
Being consistent, being present, moving with love, and we spell love over here with T-I-M-E, which is time, being consistent around them, being around them, being present every day, showing love.
And that peace walk starts Saturday morning at 10 and leaves from the Creative Suitland Arts Center. Maryland's colleges and universities will receive more than $18 million to improve on-campus safety. The grant was announced by Governor Wes Moore, who says public safety is his administration's #1 priority. The $18.75 million will go towards security assessment and recommendations, enhanced security operations, and emergency management planning. Some of the schools in Prince George's County that will benefit from the grant include Bowie State University, Prince George's Community College, and the University of Maryland College Park. Good news for railway travelers. MARC and the Virginia Railway Express announced a partnership that will connect riders to both railway systems. In a statement by MARC Administrator Holly Arnold, quote, "This agreement represents a significant step forward in regional transit integrity. Riders who purchase weekly, monthly, or a 10-day ticket from either MARC or VRE can now transfer that ticket to the other railroad system without additional costs. And you don't have to wait long to take advantage of this perk because this partnership is already underway." Residents of southern Prince George's have long worried about dangerous roads like Indian Head Highway. Pedestrians and bicyclists especially say they lack safe infrastructure to travel through the Fort Washington and Oxon Hill areas. That's why the Washington Area Bicyclists Association and local partners are hosting a community forum on transportation, road safety, and bicycling.
You know, we have a lot of neighborhoods in our Maryland counties that are perfectly safe. They're narrow roads. People are not driving fast on them, but they're all segregated, siloed, separated from each other. And so people have to go on the arterial routes, which are mostly state highways, but also some county roads, and those are terrifying. So what needs to happen generally on those is There needs to be wider sidewalks. The sidewalks have to have a buffer.
The forum takes place Monday at St. John's Broad Creek Episcopal Church in Fort Washington and starts at 7 p.m. You can find more information at waba.org. Do you have TSA PreCheck? Well, if you do, you are not alone. In fact, officials say the TSA PreCheck program has reached 20 million members. The initiative allows vetted travelers to go through airport security lines faster and more efficiently, with some wait times only lasting 10 minutes. Travelers that are enrolled in the program can also keep their shoes and belt on while getting screened. For more details on the initiative, visit tsa.gov/precheck. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Mariah Jalad. Still to come, in honor of Black Business Month, CTV's Michaela Newton visits a new wine bar and shop. Michaela?
Coming up, it is Black Business Month. I'm here with Shayna Taylor, the CEO of Vino at the Harbor. So we're going to taste some of these amazing wines, and we'll show you more details when we come back.
St. Joseph's Indian School is much more than a school for Native American children.
It's like a family. Classes are fun here. I am learning about my culture. I feel safe and loved here. St. Joe's is more than a school for me.
Since 1927, St. Joseph's Indian School has been a safe haven for Native American children to receive the cultural heritage, education, health care, and caring support they need to succeed in life.
St. Joe's is our future!
To learn more about the impact St. Joseph's makes for Native American children and families, go to stjo.org today. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Around the world, Children International and friends like you are giving girls and boys in poverty a chance to thrive, to be healthy, to succeed in school, to dream big and achieve great things.
You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Learn more about how Children International is giving children and families tools they need to build brighter futures and help end poverty for good.
Welcome back. Police need your help finding a missing man. Take a look at your screen. 80-year-old Frederick Patterson went missing yesterday. He was last seen at the 9000 block of Hickory Hill Avenue in Lanham at 4 p.m. Patterson is 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighs 230 pounds. He was last seen wearing a striped blue polo shirt with blue jeans and driving a gray 2011 GMC Terrain with a Maryland tag of 1FJ2055. Anyone with information on Mr. Patterson's whereabouts are asked to call 301-772-8970. And the Top Ladies of Distinction Prince George's County Chapter's first community impact event is just one day away. Top Ladies of Distinction Incorporated is an educational humanitarian organization serving county youth and adults.
We are hosting this to give back to our community, to kick off our anniversary month. Our anniversary is August 30th, and we're also hosting this event to really give back to the community and celebrate the new school year coming up. We will be giving away free school supplies, free haircuts. There will be different carnival activities and carnival snacks that we are giving away. We have a moon bounce, and we have other games, activities, and community resources and community partners that will be there.
And the event will take place at Port Towns Elementary School in Bladensburg Saturday at 12 p.m. For more information, visit tlodpgcc.org. And Maryland's Shop Tax-Free Week starts on Sunday. During this period, shoppers will not have to pay Maryland's 6% sales tax on clothing and shoes under $100. Also, shoppers do not have to pay taxes on the first $40 spent on backpacks.
We want to support our local businesses, so this is a great benefit for everybody who's shopping in Maryland. But we also hope that everybody shopping will shop at small businesses, whether that's online or in person in Maryland during the week. So it can be really helpful for our small businesses. And it's, of course, also helpful for people who are shopping. We know that this cost the state last year about $6.5 million in lost revenue from, not collecting that sales tax. But that's $6.5 million that is staying in the pockets or the bank accounts of the people who are shopping. And so that can be hugely helpful.
Maryland's Shop Tax-Free Week runs from Sunday, August 11th until Saturday, August 17th. For more information, you can visit marylandtaxes.gov. And all eyes are on the Olympics in Paris as Team USA continues to rake in medals. But what do American gymnast Simone Biles and runner Noah Lyles have in common? Well, they've both been open about facing mental health challenges while competing in their respective sports. Tonight, CTV News will introduce you to Dr. David McDuff of the Maryland Centers for Psychiatry. McDuff has nearly 30 years of experience as a sports psychiatrist and has worked with professional athletes from the Baltimore Ravens and Orioles. He says if an elite athlete can't sleep, has issues trying to relax, or even begins to overthink things, then these things are all signs that a person might be dealing with mental health issues.
Overthinking, because in order to perform well as an athlete, your mind has to go quiet, especially in complex sports like gymnastics or platform diving, where you have extremely complicated movement patterns. You have to do that automatically based on extensive training. And if your thinking is on and your emotions are sparking, they get connected together and it divides your attention, and you usually perform well below your potential.
And CTV News will have more from Dr. McDuff later this month. In celebration of National Black Business Month, we're shining a spotlight on incredible Black-owned businesses right here in Prince George's County. Tonight, CTV's Michaela Newton is at the Vino Wine Bar at the Harbor, where she'll chat with the owner about what makes this place so special. Hey, Michaela.
Yeah, hey guys. So it's not often that I get to do a wine tasting every day at work, so I'm really, really excited. It is Black Business Month, so I'm actually here with the CEO of Vino at the Harbor with Shayna Taylor. So tell me, how long have you been in business?
We opened up just over a year ago. So April of last year was our first day open. We culminated it with a ribbon cutting ceremony on Juneteenth.
Awesome. So it is Black Business Month, and you are a Black-owned business. Tell me how important that is to have this Black-owned business here at the Harbor.
Super important, because while we have a good number of Black-owned businesses here at National Harbor, it's important to me to make sure that people of color learned and understood the wine business. And it's really important to me to show inclusion and diversity in this field. This is why I have the best job in the world, because I get to drink wine at work and I get to talk about it. So we're going to take a tour around the world with a tasting flight. So the first thing we're going to start off is in Marlborough, New Zealand. Most people are familiar with Sauvignon Blanc. Well, this is special because it has bubbles. So it's a sparkling Sauvignon Blanc. So you're going to get the same characteristics that you would of a typical Sauvignon Blanc. So you're going to get the grapefruits, you're going to get the citrus feel, you'll get some lemons and limes, but this one's also going to give you the bubbles along with it.
Nice.
So from New Zealand, we're going to then go to one of my favorite regions, Argentina. So this is an Argentine Malbec. Most people are used to seeing it as a deep red, bold wine. This winemaker made the decision to do it in a slightly different rosé style. So the color is a bit different, and they did it in a sparkling form. So it's not going to be as heavy, it's not going to be as bold, but with all Malbecs, you're still going to get the plums and the cherry notes, and they put a hint of Bernarda, which is a local grape, to just smooth it out.
Nice.
Lastly, this was one of my favorite. It's a treat, it's different. So this is a pineapple wine.
Nice.
So they use fermented pineapples. It's from Hawaii, and it's called Maui Splash, with the passion fruit hint on it. So you're going to get white nectarines, peach flavors, and of course pineapple flavors. And that one's going to be a little bit sweeter for folks that like sweet wine.
Nice, yeah. Sweet wine is my favorite. I told you that before. So, okay, so do you want me to start here?
Start here, because it's more of a palate cleanser for you.
Okay, here we go.
Great, and you grabbed it by the stem, which is perfect because when you grab it by the bowl, it changes the temperature because it takes on your body temperature and it'll warm the wine up, and you never want to do that. So you already know what you're doing.
It tastes good. Well, we'll toss it back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Michaela. Make sure you tune in next week. Michaela will be bringing us part 2 of her wine tasting from the harbor. That looked really fun. And just ahead on CTV News, Bryce Parker gives us our Friday sports page, and he takes us into the world of track and football. Bryce?
Sports fans, it's a football and foot race Friday. Commanders, Terrapins, Quincy Wilson, and Masai Russell all coming up next. Don't change the channel.
The future is not a gift, it is an achievement. Robert F. Kennedy said, "Every generation helps make its own future."
The work of RFK Human Rights may not be in the daily headlines, but we make a difference in the lives of people around the world.
In these ever-changing times, our quest for equity, truth-telling, and accountability has remained constant here at Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights.
RFK Human Rights uses the courtroom to hold the government accountable for human rights abuses.
RFK Human Rights works with investors to drive change in our society in order to achieve a more just and equitable world.
Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights teaches students how to speak truth to power.
Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights believes that human rights don't end at the workplace door, so that all workers can thrive no matter the work they do or where they do it.
The advocacy of Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights is about the fundamental freedoms of all people.
Now in our 54th year, we have made significant inroads towards advancing racial, social, and economic justice, helping to fulfill Robert F. Kennedy's quest to better the world for tomorrow. But we certainly didn't do it alone. We did it together with you, our partners and supporters.
Thank you for helping us make the world more just and peaceful. We couldn't do it without you.
Did you know that 9 out of 10 Americans are sick of the divisions in our country? But there's one small step we can take to remember that we're still connected. All over America, strangers with different political views are coming together to talk about their lives, not politics, and discovering they actually have a lot in common. Because even if we don't see eye to eye, we can still talk, heart to heart. So let's talk, for a change. Learn more at takeonesmallstep.org.
All right, sports fans, we have a look into an exciting weekend of sports ahead. We're going to kick off this Friday with some football, and now we're less than 24 hours away from getting our first glimpse of the Commanders in live action this season. Tomorrow, the Commanders will take on the New York Jets, and the wait is finally over for the much-anticipated arrival of Jaden Daniels. Head coach Dan Quinn confirmed earlier this week that the second overall pick will suit up for the burgundy and gold, and here's what he expects to see from his squad in their first preseason game.
The games are important to go and play and get ready, and so not just with Jaden, but with everybody. It doesn't mean we would play the same exact style, that we may play during the regular season, but being in the game, the officials, the communication, working it through, there's a lot of important elements for a lot of guys.
The Commanders will be traveling to the Jets, and kickoff is at noon. And the good news just keeps on coming as the Terrapins have signed their first recruit in the class of 2026. Cornerback Kamari Bing, who grew up in D.C. and plays for St. Francis Academy in Baltimore, decided to come back home to play college football in College Park. Bing grew up a Maryland football fan and said it was important for him to sign early. And if he brings the same playmaking ability like this pick six you're seeing right now to the college level, it's sure to translate to wins for Coach Loxey's squad. The three-star recruit chose Maryland over the defending national champion University of Michigan, who just so happened to be the Big Ten rivals of the Terrapins. Now let's move into the track stars. While most of us were still sound asleep, 16-year-old Quincy Wilson made his Olympic debut in the men's 4x400 meter relay. Wilson ran the first leg of the relay, and running maybe not his best race, we still got to see him become the youngest American male track and field athlete to compete in the games. Afterwards, Wilson said he was excited to cross the finish line on the biggest stage and made sure to let the world know that he will be back. And remember, Wilson still has 2 more seasons of high school track and field before moving on from Bullis. And to wrap up our Friday Sports page, a former Bullis track and field standout runs her way into the finals. Masai Russell came in second in her heat, posting the second fastest semifinals time at this year's Olympics, punching her ticket into Saturday's final. Last month at the Olympic trials, Russell ran a lifetime best of 12:25, where she not only won trials, but ran the fastest time by any woman this year. And you can catch Masai Russell in the 100-meter hurdles final tomorrow at 1:35 p.m. local time. And that wraps up our Friday Sports page. I'm Bryce Parker, CTV Sports.
Governor Wes Moore often says that service will save us. That came to fruition last year when he established the Department of Service and Civic Innovation and signed the SERVE Act into law. The act created the Maryland Corps Service Year option, which held its first commencement last month and is now accepting applications for its second year. Here to talk about the Service Year option is Secretary of the Department of Service and Civic Innovation, Paul Montero, Jr. Hi, Mr. Montero. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
So for our viewers out there, what is the Maryland Service Year option?
It's a first-in-the-nation program that allows folks who finished high school but still not clear about what they want to do next to find their purpose through service.
So what are some of the things that people that enroll in the program participate in?
So that's the beauty of it. We give the widest possible range of choices for people because, again, they're coming out of high school, either GED, Certificate of Completion, or Diploma, and they don't know what they want to do. Or if it is college in their future, they're not sure what they want to study. So allowing them to have a menu of, based on an assessment of your interest, media, healthcare, law, unions, trades, giving them a range of options that they choose where they're going to serve and figure out over the course of the term if that's exactly what they want to do or if they want to pivot and do something else.
Mm-hmm. And last month, the program had its first commencement. Mm-hmm. Over 200 members, graduated, completed the program. Mm-hmm. How would you describe that first year of the program?
It was a learning experience. It was our pilot year, so we had about 250-something people participating, learning every step of the way as we designed the program, built the plane as we flew it. It was inspiring to see a lot of people, especially people coming from lower income backgrounds like I grew up in Prince George's County, where our program makes accommodations with a mentor, with wraparound supports to help people not have to worry about transportation or childcare or housing insecurity so they can focus on their service and earn a living wage while they do it. And it was validating in the sense of we know the young people are out there. Every year in this state, there's thousands of people who finish high school, but they don't report job, military, or college. So they're out there underemployed, unemployed, not living up to their potential. And members do get paid during their program service, right? Absolutely. It's a full-time commitment. They are full-time employees of the organization they serve at, so with benefits and at least $15 an hour based on the state minimum wage. And when they complete the program, the year, they get an additional $6,000 completion award that they can use toward tuition, or they can take as cash, get their first apartment, get their used car, start their life. So tell me about some of the organizations that members served at in this last year. It was a great diversity. We had more than 100 employers. Actually, for the second class that's starting soon, it's more than 250 employers that have signed up. Wow. Everyone from BG&E, YMCA, Boys and Girls Clubs, a lot of state agencies, county offices, county council. Again, we wanted to give people a range of employment opportunities. So talk to me about who's eligible to participate in this program. You just have to graduate high school? So there's a couple of requirements. You have to finish high school, traditional diploma, GED, or certificate. Okay. You have to be a resident of Maryland, so live in Maryland. You don't have to be a citizen. As long as you have authorization to work, you're eligible. And we don't have a screen out for folks who may be justice involved. If they have past bad mistakes that they paid for, that's not disqualifying. It may shape where we place you, but again, we wanted to have this program open to the widest possible range of people. So as long as they're over 18 and have checked those boxes, they're eligible. How many people are you expecting to take part this year? So the first year was about 250. The second class of Service Year Options members will be at least 500 members. Wow. So we're supposed to grow every year. We have to get to 2,000 members by 2026. So class 2 will be at least 500, probably more.
And I know that this year the program is expanding to include a climate corps.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, we actually got a significant grant from the state of California to build a climate corps, members that are focused on some facet of the climate crisis, whether it's energy efficiency, sustainability, direct service with, improving the waterways, air quality. So there's a cohort of about 40 members that will be starting with the second class on September 11th.
Okay, and the program is still accepting applications?
We are, yes.
When is that deadline?
It's a rolling deadline, so the class starts on September 11th, but if you're interested in the service year option, go to serve.maryland.gov. There's a short application there. It's not too late for service year option members to apply.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Great. And for more information on the Maryland service year option and to apply, just visit dsci.maryland.gov. Now let's get a look at our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight we're expecting showers and thunderstorms, so avoid the roads if you can. Tomorrow will finally be nice and sunny with a high of 86. Sunday, that beautiful weather continues. We're looking at a high of 84 and low of 64. Monday will be mostly sunny with a high of 83 to kick off the work week. Now for a look at our community calendar. While enjoying the beautiful weather on Sunday, why not stop by the Bowie Farmers Market? Patrons can find a variety of fresh fruits, veggies, baked goods, and even fresh cut flowers. The Bowie Farmers Market takes place every Sunday at the Bowie High School parking lot. For more information, contact 301-809-3078. And that wraps up CTV News for now. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again Monday. Good night.